not a good one as he's tackled at the 15. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Jair Elam makes the pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Was trying to get that to his running back, Zach Moss. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
In motion left goes a tight end. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Good short hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has kicked it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Hurts sets up to throw it. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 30. 39 yards there, a big one. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Counterplay, here's Gibbs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They hand off to their big tight end. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. Touchdown, Washington. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Gibbs. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Read option, this is Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Marte Mapu. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Left side, he's got Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hurts throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. From the 45 on second down, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 41-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go!
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Robert Tonyan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the the third quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Hurts going to move him around.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got space past the 25. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they're going to speed things up here.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings us.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
63, 63, 63.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. They've got his man complete.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
42 yards.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's complete yet again to Thornton.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Hey, 73, 73.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
73, 73. Crowd left, Yanni. Hey, Silver.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Gano's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Go, baby.
Mahomes going to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for the Cowboys.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Yellow. 43.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Pass complete there to Nakua.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, 43.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
3rd down and 13. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
So he stopped for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hurts. Buying time to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try to run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hey, dribble it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
He'll look to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Second down, goal to go. Again, it's Gibbs. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain